I am here with some representatives from Ireland's Greenbox project, and I'm just going to ask each of you to introduce yourself and your role with Greenbox, please.
Well, my name's John Rurbery. I'm not actually with Greenbox, I'm with the Northern Ireland Tourist Board, but we greatly support the work that Greenbox are doing.
Mary Mulvey, CEO of Greenbox.
James Hancahan, and I'm a lecturer in IT Sligo, and I run the education programs for the Greenbox.
We'll start with you. Greenbox is an initiative that started how long ago, and what did it take to put it together?
Okay, it began after 2002, the International Year of Ecotourism, as a very small business plan, and has developed into a network of 120 businesses across two borders, Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland, with the main objective of creating an ecotourism destination in Ireland through high environmental standards, capacity building and marketing.
Which stage of implementation is it at now?
I suppose we're nearly 3/4 way finished. We've done certification and standards on accommodation, and we have an eco-label certification standard, but we also have invested up to €1 million in the product on the ground, actually investment in eco-businesses and helping businesses to gear themselves up for the ecotourism business.
The tourist office in Northern Ireland, in what way is it involved in supporting Greenbox?
Well, so far we've basically been talking to them. We, at the moment, don't have a lot of funds to be putting into operations, but what we can do is to look at rolling out some of the lessons that Greenbox are helping us to learn across Ireland, north and south. So together with Fáilte Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, we're talking to Mary, we're looking at the principles and saying, well, how do we roll that out across the whole island?
In terms of education, what are you educating people about, and what are the challenges?
We're educating people on ecotourism. We developed the first ecotourism course in the country, and we deliver that course in the Republic of Ireland and in Northern Ireland in two different venues. One was the National Field Study Centre in Derrygonley, and one was in County Leitrim. And the main issues are awareness of the environmental issues in tourism and what is ecotourism and how can we benefit by developing it. And that's about the issues, yeah.
And this is directly related to the Greenbox participants.
Yes, it was a very exciting training program in terms of we brought all our policy makers together in the Greenbox as well as the small businesses, and really tried to educate our policymakers of the core values of ecotourism, that when we were developing Greenbox, we don't want it to be to a low standard. We want to be to the highest international standard, and we want other products in Ireland to follow that and not greenwash, and to educate our tourist industry. So at this conference, it's very exciting that we have key policymakers from Tourism Ireland, both our tourist boards and ourselves, upgrading all of us in the experience and education of international ecotourism.
Could you give me a little sense of the geography of where Greenbox project is located? And if I'm a visitor, which airports would I fly into, and what might be my itinerary to experience Greenbox?
Okay, Greenbox is situated in the northwest of Ireland, and for anyone who may have been to Donegal, it's south of Donegal. It's on the Atlantic coast. It's 2.5 hours from Dublin, 1.5 hours from Belfast. Nearest international airports would be Belfast or Knock, Ireland West International Airport, to get access direct into the region. And we have a wide range of experience of products to offer people. We have everything from organic gardening, sculpture classes, art classes, and a lot of learning experiences, as well as obviously very clean environmental standards. We have blue flag beaches, we have surfing, lakes, mountains. So there's a lot of outdoor activities where people can engage with nature. We obviously have a very mild climate in Ireland, so you can come all year round. It can be nice and wet, but for some people from hot countries, it's a benefit.
How much land area is this?
It would cover 6 counties, so it's quite a large, you're talking quarter of that province of the northwest of Ireland. It's quite a large land mass. I think the population will be over 200,000. We don't take in the large towns of Sligo, Enniskillen or Carrick-on-Shannon. So you're coming to a rural product and a rural based product, and some of it's actually owned by the community. Some of the products that you can experience are actually owned by small communities.
you mentioned that there was something unique about this collaboration between Northern and Southern Ireland. Is it? Tell me about that.
Yeah, but I think because of the political troubles, our agencies north and south of the border wouldn't have had opportunities to work together on very similar projects, and because our policies at national level on environmental tourism and sustainable tourism hadn't been developed, we have been bringing on both our tourist boards, and we're a neutral ground. So we've had partnerships with over 65 agencies, and obviously because we cross the border, we want everything to be the same. We don't want a different standard in the north to the south, and it's been a huge learning curve for all of us, but we think we have played a valuable role in getting people together.
If you could recount for us the process you went through from the very beginning with the feasibility study.
Okay, that began in 2002, the feasibility study with the Organic Centre, and we have a development agency in Ireland, the Western Development Commission, whose remit is to look at innovative aspects of development. And essentially 3 funding applications were put together to actually make the Greenbox a reality. One of them was to get €1 million for capital development, product development. That was secured. Another was for marketing, and a third one was for training, capacity building and standards. So those 3 projects are now in their 3rd year each and are beginning to gel and work together and interlink, and we see a synergy arriving now and some capacity and real capital, a mass, critical mass of products on the ground. And we've recently been nominated for 2 awards, the Responsible Travel Awards and World Travel Market and the Tourism for Tomorrow Awards. So we've had some recognition that what we've done is different and it's right, but it's a good model, hopefully, that other people can learn from.
When it comes to the marketing launch, now you're looking, you're watching, thinking. What ideas comes to your mind of how is this going to be marketed?
Well, I can't really speak for how Greenbox is going to be marketed, but I can tell you that in Northern Ireland we're at a position today where our tourism market is just like a flower just about to open up, because we've had so many years of difficulty and so many years when people wouldn't have thought of Northern Ireland as a place to come to visit. So as Greenbox begins, I think it's been giving a real shop window to the world as to what we really have in Ireland, north and south. We've got a wonderful green area. We've got an ancient landscape around Fermanagh, around the lakelands there, and I can tell you it's wonderful because I took my honeymoon there, and I must have sold it very well because my daughter got married recently and she took her honeymoon there too. You walk through the footsteps of Vikings in an ancient landscape in Ireland, and you're within an hour of the very historic city of Derry, Londonderry, and you're about an hour and a quarter from the Giant's Causeway, a World Heritage Site. So any lunch that we have of what Greenbox is doing, I think is giving a great shop window to what Northern Ireland has to offer.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.